Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is my late ass review. Okay, for T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle, Season 3, Episode 5. Oh, let me put some lipstick on. One moment, and I'm back. Anyway, so yeah, friends and family hustle and all that stuff. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. Y'all already know. Like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. And all that goodness, okay? Get past the rigmarole of it all. So, T.I. and the family hanging out or whatever. You been seeing he pranking his mama, taking her phone. And she, well, I can't find my phone. Where my phone at? Now I can't show y'all the color from my wedding. He like, what wedding? Who getting married? Ha 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 ha. Whatever. You not getting married. She said, I am. Bruce gonna marry me. I'm like, who the fuck is Bruce? Okay. So Bruce is like his mama's boyfriend, who she has been dating off and on for years upon years upon years, okay? Now, T.I. even brings up how I remember, Bruce always been around or whatever. He used to be a firefighter. I know one time I remember him have to run out to fight a fire. And then Bruce seems to be a really good guy, but I don't know about my mama getting, like, I don't know about that. I'm like, why you don't want your mama to get married? What's going on with that or whatever? But I digress. But again, he feel like him saying, she joking because they always play pranks on each other, or they be joking with each other so much. He assumes she just messed with, because why would you out the blue say you get married? I'm like, well, you never know. So we then see Tiny and Mama Tip going out. They went to Sierra's glam shop, and they were taking the baby Eris to get her nails done. I'm like, oh, Sierra's glam shop really be open and be busy? Like, she was in there or whatever, and it was like clients in every chair. I said, oh, Sierra's a business. People always say, I have a store, I have a shop, and it don't really be busy or whatever, and they try to make it seem as if they a big boss or whatever, and they don't really be no big boss. But I feel like, that one day in that shop, it was plenty of people in there, people working and getting their hair done, and the nails done, so it was really great. Anyway, I'm also like, who let T.I. Mama on TV with his wig, with his weave? Look, the fact that y'all let us see her track, like, I'm like, y'all don't like her. Whoever did Mama Tip's hair don't like T.I. or Tiny, because again, y'all, you can clearly see the track. I'm like, how did y'all not leave more leave out to leave on that thing? I was like, and they kept showing. I was like, y'all is messy as producers, okay? But again, Tiny should have seen it. Well, Tiny may be too short to see the top of T.I. Mama head, but somebody should have seen this. Okay, it's very noticeable. Okay, I'm like, that's a whole track. And I get people have weeds and that ain't the thing, but I'm like, if you're gonna be on national television, I don't want to see your track. I don't want to see your track. Anyway, they chit chatting. And then Mama Tit brings up how, she do want to get married. Saying she like Bruce. Bruce is a good guy. Saying Bruce is nothing like T.I.'s daddy. Saying he's different or whatever. She brings up how T.I. daddy always taught Tit. Saying that he was the man of the house. Saying the women don't know nothing. Hence why T.I. is so damn dysfunctional in his late 30s, okay? Because he was taught by damn daddy the wrong things, and he ain't realized by now what he should have, that those things are not actual or factual. But I digress, okay? She also brings up how T.I. loves to act as if he is her parent. He's very domineering, and that's what aggravates her about T.I. T.I. really feel like he know what's best for his mama. And we know that when our parents get a little bit older, we do take on a bit of a more parental role or whatever, just because you want to be sure your parents is okay. But I do feel like Mama Tip ain't so old that she needs parenting just yet. About her dating life, especially if Bruce been around for years and then her on for years, and he must be kind of cool, because even Tip say he's a good guy. So I'm like, what's the big issue, whatever. And the mama then brings up another reason she like Bruce is because he is nothing like T.I.'s father, where he feel like he know better than Mama Tip, or like he has to, boss around or tell her what she should be doing or could be doing or would be doing, based on his thoughts. I'm like, we see, sometimes you have to get somebody different than your ex-husband or your ex-man. Now we then see T.I. hang with his friends. It was the one friend and the two friends who named, I'm not going to remember, we're gonna call him thing one, thing two. You know what I'm saying? He bring up how, Damani's on tour right now. How Zanique just had her little listening party for a song or whatever. He then get into some of the songs, it be some sexual stuff sometimes, but I don't know, because sometimes female rappers these days be so vulgar with their comments and just describing their cooches or whatever. It's kind of crazy. Now I feel different ways. I feel like, one, Zanique is at an age with her music where she should be able to express herself. And my thing is, if men in rap can rap about how they want to handle our vaginas and our cooches, we should be well aware and well able to express what our coochies is to us. Okay, so Tip, shut up about that. Now, as far as how some female rappers are very vulgar with describing coochies, I agree. Sometimes I don't want to hear about all that thing, but it is what it is. People do what they want to do. I ain't got no issue with that. So they get on a little bit of topic because the one friend, call him thing one, was saying how he has like a little podcast or whatever, and Tip should come on a little podcast. And then on a conversation about, men and women things and how, women may have forgotten how to be women. T.I. then says, I think because men fucked up so much that women we be over it, okay? Because we over it, we then raise girls that feel like they don't need no man. Let me be clear. I don't need a man. You know what I'm saying? But we want to have a companion. I don't need a man. I need to breathe. I need some water. I need some watermelon, but I don't need no man. So I feel like, there's a difference between putting it into a woman's head that men ain't nothing or whatever, so, don't try to find someone for you, then making sure they know you don't need a man. You can be okay on your own. You don't have to be consistently looking for a man to fulfill you. But it's okay if you find one that does. Okay, I think there's a difference between the two. I have seen females who have raised daughters because the mamas hated men or was mad at daddy or whatever. Their daughter then is the same way, kind of a mean, hateful girl or woman about men. But I've also seen women who've raised daughters to be just to be aware of, you don't have to, be chasing no dude to make yourself, happy or whatever. So I'm like, fine, is what it is. Anyway, so, he also brings up, my mama thought she want to get married. I think he's joking because why would she, say that like that or whatever? If he was going to marry her for real, he would have came and talked to me. That's just what I think would have happened. And they like, okay, if you say so, but do you know your stepdaddy? Again, joke. It made me laugh because T.I. was like, not too happy about them calling that man his stepdaddy. If he been dating your mama for years, he is still stepdaddy. Leave it at that. Now we then see T.I. at home chilling or whatever, and then who pops up? None other than Bruce. Okay, this is Bruce. Bruce is his mama's boyfriend. Okay, and again, Bruce looks like a typical older gentleman. Okay, in his retirement years, in a little linen suit. Okay, out for a conversation. Okay, and he brings up how your mama asked me to stop by and talk to you, whatever. I want to ask your mama to marry me. And he like, oh, okay. I thought she was playing or whatever. So, okay, y'all, for real. Well, she already told me that she didn't want no man, I'm saying, telling her what to do. So why would she want to get married? The fact that T.I. puts in his head that if someone is married, that husband in the household is then there to tell the wife what to do. I say, you sound dumb. And I like T.I. as a musician. He's just ignorant as a person, okay? Anyway, Bruce said, I don't have to tell her what to do. Like, we don't have to do that at all. Like, that's not what we're going to do. See, okay, that's good, Bruce. T.I. then goes on a little conversation about, well, can you afford to take care of my mama? Because I'm not going to pay no bill for another man living in the house, I'm not going to be working hard, so another man don't have to. And Bruce said, I'm working on things, whatever, and I should be good, this time next year. T.I. like, I don't want no other mouth to feel like I have enough people to take care of, and I've had to send many men away, who just wanted a millionaire stepson. And I'm like, but I feel like if you've known Bruce for years, and Bruce been around for years, and you say he's a good guy, you should know that ain't what he there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's been around for the long haul, and if he been dating your mama, and he been supporting his own self and whatever else, then what you mad for, bruh? I feel like T.I. is trying to make it seem as if my mama get married, I would no longer take care of her because there's someone else in the household who should take care of her. I feel like your mama is in the old ages. They're not really working. You know what I'm saying? Like your mama and this man seem to be in their retirement years. You know what I'm saying? They at least in their 50s and 60s. So my thing is, I feel like, again, that Bruce has been dating your mama for all these years. I don't see the reason as to why T.I. was basically saying, like, I'm not going to help pay no bills that my mama have if you her husband. So if you want to marry my mama, you have to be sure that all the bills she has, if we sit down and this is all the bills that's due, that you can handle that. And I feel like that's selfish. I mean, if I was a multi-millionaire, okay, first of all, I feel like your mama shouldn't have many bills. Your mama house should be paid off. The most it should be is the lights, the gas, the water, and that's it. I feel like there should be no house note. There should be no car note. Like, that stuff should have been paid off. Because, again, you are a multi-millionaire. And not only that, your wife is a multi-millionaire. I feel like, what bill does your mama have that is concerning you so much that you want to make sure that he can afford? I mean, like, there should be no monthly house note. I get there's, taxes in the summer and summer and in the winter. Okay, but again, what bill is you looking for this man to pay? But I digress, okay? Bruce then brings up, he just recently retired from his second career because he used to be a firefighter and he was something else or whatever. So he said, but I have some people I think you should talk to, okay, to invest in some stuff. No, I said, oh, Bruce, I done defended you on this bullshit. Talking about T.I. needs his own movie studio. No, he don't. T.I. is not an established enough actor to need his own movie studio. He don't. I mean, if he wanted to go into business with Tyler Perry, okay, fine. But I'm like, T.I. don't need his own studio. No, thank you. Okay, but at the end of the day, I feel like T.I. making a point of, you need to be sure that all the bills I pay for my mama, you cannot do. Because once you are her husband and you in that household, I am paying that damn bill. I think that's bullshit. I think that's self. I think that's the way for him to control his mama. Because then he has dinner with his mama. Okay, let's take Bruce off the screen. He then has dinner with his mama, and he like, yeah, I met with Bruce or whatever. I thought y'all was joking, but I see y'all not. Okay, and how was y'all going? Like, is he gonna move in y'all? She's like, no, we're gonna live in this house. I'm gonna live in mine. Well, how's it gonna work if y'all married? She said, because that's what it's gonna be. But he then goes to him saying how, excuse me, he goes into how, Bruce, said he couldn't really afford this and that or whatever. He was gonna figure things out. And she's like, we gonna make money. Like, Bruce in some way will always work. And I'm like, damn, he can't retire? He can't ever retire? Okay. And again, not saying that T.I. has to take care of Bruce, but I feel like any bill your mama had for that house before Bruce, why not just still pay it? She didn't meet no new dude. This is a dude that you've known your whole life. Your whole life. As a kid, he was around. Something like, why even act? Now, if it was a new dude, and I don't know new dude, the new dude don't have no plan or nothing. Like, he don't, that, I was ask the question, what's going on? Like, where he come from? What's going on, him? What's going on? That's a question to be asked. But this is a whole person who you've known for a long, 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 long time. And my thing is, when he told him, I'm like, I told Bruce he got to handle the bills or whatever. If he can't, that's on y'all. Mama then said, well, I guess I got to rethink what I'm going to do. I guess I'm going to have to just stay how I am. T.I. used money to make his mom not want to get married. That isn't the most, to me, demeaning, manipulative, just fucked up situation to do to your mom is crazy to me. Again, I get if he had questions about a new dude mama just met that she wants to marry and that has no plans to help her in any kind of way. But the man said, like, in about a year I'll be good. I just retired. You know what I'm saying? And we don't get much money off retirement. But I'm like, T.I. ain't shit for making this kind of plea to his mom. Like, if you want to get married, that's fine. But again, I ain't paying no bills, when there's a man living in your house. I'm like, you gonna cut your mama off for getting married? T.I., I don't think, he may not care. I don't think he realized how much he's ruining his likability, or before he was on TV, before he was on social media and all that stuff, people really liked Ti. Ti seemed great until he was on TV and we got to see who this Negro was. I don't even want to listen to Top Bag no more. I got my beat down low, down low, down low, down low, down low, down low. And I got my we ain't let back. We don't want none of that, because I'm upset. I'm gonna listen to y'all. I ain't gonna say that, but I feel like he's a fucked up individual. Anyway, on to LaToya and her Tommy. LaToya Luckett. Two things happened. She had a meeting because she had a single that came out with, I think it was her and Tank, her and somebody, and so a label called the EI label, I don't, but it be nothing them. Anyway, the label wants to meet with her to see if they can kind of get a deal going on. So she say Tommy feels like he's her manager because he like, I got these deals come across my table for you, and she's like, okay, well, you're not my manager, like you're my husband. And that's what it is or whatever, leave it be or whatever. I want to have boundaries. I do not want to have my husband as my manager. That ain't going to go down or whatever. But she still brings him to her meeting. And I say, first of all, if you don't want that man in your business, you should not be putting him with you in no meetings. And I'm back. Okay, so again, she was saying that she did not want him to be her manager. However, she was bringing him to this meeting, but she told him, I want you there just for support as my husband, okay? And I don't want you in the meeting and they're talking in jaw jacking, just stay quiet or whatever. Stay silent. Okay, I'm looking like, So they get in the meeting and everything, like, oh, we love your voice and, this and that. And she's like, oh, thanks so much or whatever. And they want to, like, do some music with her. Okay, that's great or whatever. They then mention how, we love your voice. We think your voice would be great to do some Christmas songs, like some music around the holiday time. Oh, I love you. That's fine. Tommy then say, I wrote some songs for her, some Christmas songs. I be writing real good or whatever. And I'm like, she was like, oh, yeah, honey, yeah. And she tapped his hand with Miss Williams, shut the fuck up, okay, be quiet. But then he starts talking, and so he can, I can help. Like, do y'all have studios in Dallas? And they say, yeah, we got people in there. Oh, I can do all kind of work in Dallas. I can do whatever. I'm like, she just told you to not do any of that, okay? To not do anything that you're currently doing. And you can see her face is like, nigga, we just talked about this in the hallway. Are you four? Do you not get it? What is going on with you? Anyway, so again, he in the meeting promoting himself and what he can do for them with her voice in Dallas. They live in Georgia. Okay, but I digress. Anyway, so they still say, well, Toya, we still want to do work with you. Despite your husband being all about himself, we still want to do work with you. And I'm like, But she was still a bit perturbed with that. So the next thing that we see, Toya has to go out of town. Okay, so they're on their way to the airport. And in the car, she said how me and Tommy ain't been on the same page. Like, we've been kind of rough right now, whatever. Betwixt the two of us, okay? They then bring up, she then brings up how, in the meeting, I asked you to not, do what you did or whatever. You was in the meeting, basically pubbing yourself about writing songs for me. Well, I was just doing, we're trying to get, an understanding, of the industry, whatever, and to figure out what you was getting yourself into again. I'm looking like, what the fuck you mean again? She is LaToya Luckett. She is still a part of Destiny's Child. She's still her own solo act. She's still been in movies. We know who she is, and I don't feel like he has to get any kind of understanding about what she's doing as if he can prevent her from making any missteps. Nigga, you don't know the industry. Tommy, girl, Toya, maybe leave him where he is. And it's hard to say that because no one wants someone's marriage to fail. But I feel like Tommy seems to be just unaware of how fucked up that he comes off and how he's treating LaToya. And I'm so confused about it. And it's weird, okay? Because they was talking or whatever. And as he's talking, she realized his tone gets real negative. She's like, why did you get so negative? Like, she's like, I just have to say, like, why you been an asshole? And I feel like Tommy don't want to be who he really is on camera. And Toya be trying to not fuss with him on camera because he probably don't want to. But when she said, like, I'm gonna say, why you been an asshole? I felt like that was her. So like, Okay, that was my mail lady delivering some mail. Thank God. Okay, so this weird, you'll see something white. I've been having a lot of neck pain, so I got a heating pad for my neck. So don't think I'm going crazy. And something popped up on my neck. The heating pad was delivered. So yes, thank God, because Lord Jesus. Anyway, so where was I at? I don't remember. Um, Toya's asking him why he's so negative and all that stuff, and him acting like he ain't negative. She then brings up, you know what, this is why, I set up our next counseling session so we can keep going to counseling or whatever. He then said, we not in counseling, you in counseling. I didn't say that we need counseling. We had one meeting. I don't see no issues. I'm saying you. I'm like, what? They then flashed back to the last episode or two where he said, yes, we do need counseling. Yes, I agree to go. Tommy is not a good person. It just showed that he can turn. That was another package from the girl. Too much shopping. Anyway, Tommy acting like he don't know that he said before on camera that yes, they needed counseling or whatever. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. So they in the car and they just kind of not. Well, she's trying to talk to him and he's not responding at all. And I'm like, this is kind of crazy or whatever. And I'm like, I don't like arguing. I'm saying everyone who knows me knows I hate arguing, so I just shut down. You have a funny way of showing that you don't like arguing. You like gaslighting things or whatever, and then it's not responding. You want to get your way. Toya, we don't like him for you no more. We don't like him for you no more unless he changed completely. And then he's like, I'm your wife. I'm sitting on the plane for many hours and you acting like this. And he don't say nothing back. And then when they get to the airport, she gets out. He helps her get her luggage. And he said, all right, have a night. He said, have a good one. And they kind of just like pass and shit and like no hug, no kiss. I'm like, we don't like him at all. We don't like him at all. And then we have the other Toya, Lil Wayne Toya, Red's Toya. So they're in New Orleans for the trial of her two brothers or whatever. Rudy and Josh, as we know, this is the story what happened with the brothers. She's like, Rudy and Josh went to go buy some weed in 2016, and they knocked on the front door of the weed house or whatever. The weed man said, go around to the back and don't be, banging on my door like that. So that caused an argument. The weed man complained about how they knocked on the door. So she said when the brother was on their way back to the car, the guy came outside, shot Rudy, and then, Josh was, as she said, collateral damage, meaning the dude was looking to shoot Rudy, and then Josh got killed because he was there down with his brother. Probably because Josh was gonna be old boy ass. You know what I'm saying? It was really a senseless murder. So, she bring up her mom did not want to be on camera because for her it's still, tough for her, so we don't go see her at all. But we do see her daddy. Now her daddy and her sister come over. Her daddy to me looked like Birdman. If Birdman didn't have no tattoos and, was a bit less ragged, okay? But I'm like, he looked to me like a New Orleans dude. I just feel like, okay, because I'm like, he looked like Lil Wayne, old Lil Wayne, I knew Lil Wayne. I'm like, is that how people from New Orleans look? I need to know. But I feel like he looked like clean up Birdman. Anyway, they're hanging around the city or whatever. We then see her talking to her dad, like, Dad, I just want you, I love you, okay? I do love you, but I want you to be a better father and be around. And, he said, I know that I was not the best daddy before. He like, now that I'm older, I realize, my mistakes or whatever. And so I want to be a better father to all my kids now. And I'm like, well, that's going to be good if you do that. We then see they go to the trial. I'm saying the Toya like, all I want is for the killer to to get what he deserves. He needs to get 2 life sentences with no parole. We then see them coming out of the court, and she brings up how it was exhausting just being in there, hearing the details of what happened, hearing the details, how they were shot, what each shot did to a part of the body, and that was just a lot to take in. And now they just wait on the verdict. But we then see, boom, he was sentenced to what? Double life. So again, he at least will go to prison for the rest of his life. And she's like, it's fine, but still, I'm saying, he get to still see his family, talk to them on the phone or whatever. Well, we don't get that from my brother. So, that part is still sad. It's still sad. And then we just see, her hanging out with her dad or whatever at dinner. Red is there too, and her sister. And Red then goes to talk to her daddy privately, and like, and the daddy then said, like, I feel like him saying that you was, you the one for my daughter. I think that you were made for her, and I'm happy that you came into her life. You know what I'm saying, that when you did, and he said, you know what, I plan to propose to her, and the daddy's happy. So that was the whole episode, okay? Anyway, like, comment, and share this video. Do not forget to also follow me on IG and on Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And I'm done. Until next time, peace.